Okay, so we are back. Another episode of Let That Marinate. I haven't been here in a while, so it's gonna be kind of fun to do this again. I figured with me coming back after being out for a while, do something simple but still kind of familiar for people. So I'm gonna do a fettuccine alfredo. It's actually gonna be a shrimp fettuccine alfredo. It's been really, really good. Like I said, it's really simple, really quick to put together. And funny enough, like a lot of people buy like the jars of Alfredo sauce. It's crazy easy to make. Um, so let's get into this. So first things first, I have some shrimp here that I've just been sitting. I have thawed. I've deveined it, and I have it sitting. You want to make sure that stuff like this is dry when you cook it. So I have it sitting on some paper towels. Um, I have my noodles on standby right here, just right here in this pot, salted water, and go ahead and throw in, this is about a tablespoon or so of butter that I have in the skillet. And I'm gonna go through the ingredients while that butter's melting. So, like I said, this is gonna be really, really simple to put together. We have our shrimp, we have our Parmesan cheese right here, have a cup of milk, and the secret ingredient, nutmeg. Nutmeg makes everything better. And that's it. Like really, that's it. So I have some garlic right here too as well. Forgot about that. Can't do anything without garlic. Some salt and some pepper, and that's really all that's going on as far as the Alfredo sauce. We'll go ahead and throw my shrimp in here. Like I said, you want to make sure that it's dry, still have the tails on. Go ahead and throw that in there. And I want to give it enough room to actually make a sear. Turn this heat up a little bit more. But I don't want to crowd the pan, so I'm only doing 5. This is actually just a little single serving anyway, so we're good on that. Check my noodles real quick. Looking good. I'm going to take those out. I actually had my noodles going on already, so I'm going to strain these. Hot. Put these aside. You can go ahead and put it in the same container, throw a little bit of oil in it so it doesn't dry out too much. I'm going to also turn that heat off because I don't want my noodles to cook even further. We're actually going to put the noodles in the same pan as we're cooking the shrimp and we're cooking the Alfredo sauce. Kind of a one pot deal, except I have like 3 pots going on. You want to get a good sear on your shrimp. I didn't season my shrimp because I'm actually going to be throwing it in with the Alfredo sauce. So I don't really see the point in doing it right now. It's going to get pretty seasoned with the Alfredo sauce, so we're good. So, go ahead and crush up this garlic real quick and just chop that up. Man, it has been a hectic couple of months for me. I've been doing a lot more cooking since this COVID thing happened. And because of that, a few people have been asking me to kind of like cook for them and this and the third, so that's always fun. Not yesterday, was that Friday? Friday I was at this one person's house and the kitchen was amazing, like an outdoor kitchen. Absolutely amazing. I posted it on my Instagram, so if you follow me on Instagram, you should have seen it, or Facebook for that matter. But it looked amazing. I had a lot of fun with it, and that's always the most important part when cooking. Just have fun. All right, so shrimp looks done. Go ahead and put this over to the side. So I don't want to overcook it too much because I'm going to be throwing it in that sauce. So, have a cup of milk. Before I do that, I'm going to throw my garlic at the top. Same pan with the shrimp. And what that's going to do is just flavor that, that butter a little bit more. So just a little bit of oil in here. Okay. And while that's waiting, I'm going to throw my milk in here. And this is just a whole milk, nothing serious. Same thing you get from the cow. I've said it before, I'm not a huge fan of dairy milk, but for the sake of this Alfredo sauce, we're definitely using the whole milk blend. It's not even a blend, it's just whole milk. So that's that. And let's just stir everything up and turn this heat up a little bit. Because what I'm looking for at this point is I'm looking for this to kind of boil over. And if you notice, we're not throwing any kind of we're not making a roux or anything like that. What's going to thicken this sauce, this milk, and turn it into an Alfredo sauce is the cheese. So that'd be exciting. We have some Parmesan cheese. You can, honestly, it's probably best to just get a block of cheese and then just shred it yourself. In some sort of way, you're probably saving money. I did not have the time to do all that, so I just went ahead and bought some grated cheese, some grated Parmesan cheese. Yeah, I wouldn't suggest it, but I'm using it, so I would highly suggest doing it yourself. Like I said, you're saving money in the long run. So. All right, get that stirring right now. Like I said, this is kind of like a single serving or a double. I mean, it could be a double serving if you just don't eat pasta like that. For me, this is a single serving. So just gonna get that stirring, and once this comes to somewhat of a boil, I'm going to put the cheese in there. I'm going to lower this heat, put the cheese in. And that cheese, once it melts, is going to thicken that sauce. So that's going to be great. We're probably going to put maybe a quarter cup to a half cup of cheese in there. We'll see how that goes. I'm thinking a half cup. Yeah, maybe a quarter cup. Just depends on the cheese. Alright, so our milk is boiling. Let's start with a quarter cup. It's always easier to add more. Can't take it away, so. I'm gonna turn this heat on low. I don't want my sauce to separate. So let's turn this on low. It's probably better to turn it off. Actually, let's turn it off. Alright, so we got a quarter cup of Parmesan cheese in here, and let's just stir it. That residual heat is going to have that cheese melting in the milk. That was definitely not enough. So let's throw another quarter cup in here. Let's just keep it moving. That was a good little handful. Okay. There we go. That's looking more like what I want it to look like. Switch to a whisk. And like I said, I just want to get this cheese melted. We're gonna taste for seasoning in a minute. Parmesan cheese is already kind of salty, so I don't know if we really want to add more salt. We'll see how it tastes though, especially with just a cup of milk and half a cup of cheese. We'll see. All right, it's looking good. It's looking good. Okay. Definitely want to keep it moving. I don't want, like I said, I don't want that sauce to separate, that cheese and that milk. So definitely want to keep it moving. Okay. Let's go back to our spatula. And there we go. It's looking good. It's looking good. It's getting kind of thick. Okay. So, our secret ingredient, we're going to take a little nugget of nutmeg, grate this in here. Wow. That's how we do it. That's how we do it. Okay. Take a little pinch. Nothing real serious. Nutmeg is crazy strong, so you don't want to overdo it. Alright. So if you look at the sauce is thickened up. It's looking good. So cool. We're going to just throw our noodles in. And our noodles were cooked al dente, so they're not quite fully cooked, but they're cooked enough to have a little bite to them. And the reason being, we're going to toss it in this sauce right here. And it's just going to cook just a little bit more. Like I said, we want to cook it enough. We don't want a chew, but we want a little bite to it. Mainly because once we put it back in the sauce, it's going to cook a little bit more. And don't worry, like when you drain your pasta, you want to keep like a half a cup of water or so of that starchy pasta water, just in case your sauce is a tad bit like just a little tightened up. We want to use that pasta sauce to loosen everything up. Because remember that pasta sauce also has salt in it. That pasta water has salt in it. So we want to definitely use that. Mine doesn't really need it. It looks pretty good. Okay. All right. That's pretty much it. After that, I actually have another secret. Go to the side off camera real quick. There's some bacon in here. This bacon I had just because. Bacon makes everything better, right? So just crumble it up with your hands. Nothing serious with it. I'm gonna throw just a little bit of these grape tomatoes in here as well. Stir this back up. It's looking so good. It smells really good. I believe with the addition of the bacon, that Parmesan cheese, we're definitely not going to need any salt, extra salt with it. The pasta seasoned from the actual water, so that's good as well. We have our shrimp. Just gonna throw this in here. Just gonna throw about 3 in there. I'm gonna use the other 2 just for plating purposes. Yes. Yes. That's it. That is it. Homemade shrimp fettuccine Alfredo. Throw a little bit of garlic in there, a little bit of nutmeg. Oh, it's so good. Butter. It's not a diet thing. Not by any means. But if you ever want like a good comfort food, it's fall. It's coming up to that season where it's getting kind of cold outside. You just want something kind of hearty and something that kind of really sticks to you and everything. Pasta, it's always fun. It's always fun. It's always good to go. You can go ahead and take a plate and just plate it up. The question is, which plate? I'm gonna put this to the side, put that to the side. That's it. You can see right here, it's looking really good. We got the grape tomatoes, gonna add a little bit of acidity to it. A tad bit, they're still kind of sweet. That shrimp in here, that Alfredo sauce that was homemade. We didn't have to buy it from a jar with all those preservatives. Let's just go ahead and put it on. So good, so good. Let's pile it on. It's your plate. It's your plate. So good. All right. We're gonna add those last 2 pieces of shrimp. Go on top. Like that. Turn my heat off. I personally like a little bit of black pepper with any kind of sauce, white sauce. I know it's very taboo when it comes to like stuff like this. White sauces, black pepper, not supposed to match and all stuff like that. You're throwing away the color. F all that. And just for a little bit of green, I have some parsley. Parsley. Damn. Should have probably already had this set. That's it though. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. That is all we have. Shrimp fettuccine Alfredo. Super easy to make, like I've been saying. Tastes really good. Let's go ahead and taste it actually. Gotta take my shirt. Sounds really good. Get some of those grape tomatoes in here. Did you want to taste the pasta without the sauce? I mean, I'm sorry, the pasta and the sauce without the shrimp. See how it came out? It's fresh, it was hot. Ooh, you can smell that garlic. Mmm. So good. That definitely need to eat more salt. Between the bacon, the pasta, definitely need to take another bite with the shrimp. It's so nasty with the tail. So good. Mmm. Really, really good. Can't beat it. That nutmeg, like I said, you don't add a lot in there. I feel like I got something in my mouth. Yeah, that nutmeg, you don't add a lot in there because you don't want it to overpower it, but it does give like a little, it just rounds out everything else. Oh, so good. Mm. Delicious. Alright, I know it's just 10 o'clock. I don't have a watch. I know it's just 10 o'clock or 10:30, almost 11. Probably shouldn't have pasta for breakfast, but who cares? I'm grown, I deserve this. So yeah, delicious stuff. I hope you make it. If you need the recipe, just let me know. Crazy simple. Like I said, just milk, cheese, salt, pepper, garlic. That's it as far as the Alfredo sauce is concerned. Throw whatever else you want in there. Until next time, I'm going to continue to eat this. And I'll see you guys later on another episode of Let That Marinate. Let this marinate in my stomach.